are back. I'm Mario Cantone filling in for Artie Lange here on the Artie Lange Show with my co-host, John Ritchie. I'm all of a sudden so FM radio. This just does it to me. We have with us on the phone, unfortunately not in person. I was really hoping she was going to be here, but she's on the phone, which is the next best thing.
She was here.
She was here.
The last time we visited with her.
Well, I love her because,
It was amazing.
I mean, Dr. Wendy Walsh, who each week on CNN, she just breaks down the psychology of sex, love, gender roles, divorce, parenting, and other human behaviors. And she's also the host of Happily Never After on the Investigation Discovery Network, which I'm obsessed with the Investigation Discovery. It's I just had some blue cheese, and I'm choking. Hold on. Oh. I'm like Charles Nelson Riley. So we have here on the phone, Wendy, are you there?
I am here. How are you?
Hello, Dr. Wendy. How are you? I wish you were here, too.
I know. I am flying east, but not that far on Friday. But I want to be near snow at this time of year, and I hear you guys have some.
We do. Just hear those sleigh bells jingling. Baby,
That's
it's
right.
cold outside and all that Christmas crap. All right, we have to talk about Investigation Discovery. Because how long have you been doing Happily Never After?
We are in our third season now.
It's such
Of how much do you love that network? They have mixed love, romance, sex, and murder.
Well, you know what's amazing about it is that John has never watched it.
Never seen
John,
it.
if you watch it, you will get addicted. I'm telling you, it's one of those things you'll like. If there's like a marathon of Nightmare Next Door, which is one of my favorites. You sit there and you're like, okay, I'll do that one, and then you're like, okay, let me do the next one, and then it's like, oh wait, one more, and then I've got to get to work. I'll just do this one more. It's insane, and you just keep watching it. But and you know what I also found, Wendy, tell me if you agree with me. Most of these murders or missing people, there's one called Disappeared, where the people just disappear. There's no ending.
They've never been found?
They've never been found. It's very disappointing, but once you know it, you just keep watching them.
Right.
A lot of this stuff takes place in the Pacific Northwest, I find. Yeah.
You think that? Do you see that? Whenever I look at Investigation Discovery and HLN, it always feels like Texas and Florida.
Well, it definitely happens there, but I'm talking Seattle, the Washington, Issaquah. Things happen up in Seattle.
But you want to know the psychology behind that network and why it's the fastest growing cable network in America right now?
Yeah.
Because, it's a big female audience.
What network are we talking about?
The Investigation Discovery.
Okay, I've never even.
Okay, go ahead.
It's new to me.
That's why a big female audience, and I'll tell you why. Because females are the largest consumer of true crime, whether it's true crime books, true crime shows, CSI Special Victims Unit, all that. Because women, especially young women, perceive themselves as being vulnerable in our culture to violence. So they watch it originally because they want to look for strategies to protect themselves. Like, this won't happen to me because unlike that girl.
Do you feel that way, Mario? Like you want to protect yourself?
First of all,
is that why you start?
It doesn't happen really. There's very few stories on there that happen in New York City, I hate to tell you. It's Washington, Oregon.
Instead of learning ways, they do learn ways to protect themselves, but they also learn new ways to die. So they also get addicted. It becomes this vicious cycle.
I like the ones where like the narrator is the person that's been murdered, and it's like, I know who killed me. Soon you will too.
Housewives.
Oh my God, it's like that. Yeah, what is the Secret Voices, Hidden Places, or something like that?
I don't know. Mine is called Happily Never After.
I know yours is about couples. Yours is about
rooms that kill each other.
Yeah, it's like bride rooms. Yeah, it's couples that kill each other, or poison each other, or try to get away with it, right?
But it's usually the groom killing the bride.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, it's the odd time it's the guy, but I would say it's like 2/3 of our shows are grooms killing brides, and a third. He does him in.
Yeah. It's a fascinating network. It really, really is. Okay.
Go ahead. I want to talk about December being a danger zone month for relationships.
This makes a lot of
sense. And potential murders as well.
No, there's a lot of suicides in December. There's not a lot of murders.
Talking about love. Well,
love murders.
First of all, this is the time of seasonal affective disorder, when we have the shortest days of the year. So there's a lot of depression going around. And why do you think we have these festivals of lights, these holidays, trying to cheer people up? Because, in our ancient times, we huddled around fires and hoped that the spring and food source would come back. So there's a lot of
Dr. Wendy takes
environmentally triggered
everything back
depression.
to like
To
early man.
Yeah, early
like
man.
the
I
cave
do.
dwellers.
I'm an evolutionary psychologist.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
do.
Yeah, I like it.
But you're talking about seasonal like depression
Affective disorder.
I mean, I think I have a weather depression disorder because if it's
Yeah.
gloomy out and it's rainy, I do not want to go out.
That's
And if it's
exactly
cold,
what we're talking
forget it.
about.
I don't want to
Yeah.
go. Who the hell wants
Yeah.
to go out?
Listen,
Shorter days,
I'm
less
originally
sunlight.
from Toronto, and when I moved to LA, my seasonal affective disorder just disappeared.
It disappeared. Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
why people move to Florida and California. And although I do not want to move to Florida. But no, sorry. I like Disney World. All right, so let's talk about this.
Yeah.
As far as
Highest rate of infidelity in December.
and do you think this has to do with a lot of the holiday parties, Wendy?
Big balls.
Well,
Also,
there's a couple things. First of all,
God,
22% of affairs start out at holiday Christmas parties.
Of course
Isn't that
they do.
interesting?
22%?
Yes.
Wait, how did they come up with that stat?
I have no idea.
It just happened.
Who came up with that?
I'm telling you,
The truth is, people they're vulnerable. They're feeling sort of anxiety and depression about the dark days of winter. They're assessing and reassessing their relationship because New Year's Eve is all about new beginnings, right? And New Year's resolutions. So they're thinking, should I keep that other relationship? And then they're looking for a little pick me up, a little dopamine rush that can come with being naughty.
At a party. I was at the View Christmas party. I had sex with all 4 hosts. It was fantastic.
See? And then you feel better afterwards.
And I don't have to worry because they're women. And my husband was like, it's all right. They're no threat.
Do you guys really have an
I
arrangement
think
like
the
that?
rule number
No.
1 is bring your spouse.
No.
To holiday
If
parties?
it's a woman, yeah, we have an arrangement like that. Bring your spouse. Yeah,
You do?
No.
We're
no,
talking about two different things here.
I'm kidding.
You don't.
Neither one of us are having sex with women.
Okay.
He actually has had sex with women, my husband.
You never have.
No, I have not.
In
No,
your whole life, not once?
not once. No.
Have you
Even
come
in
close?
I was gay when I
in
came
high
out of the
school with their little
womb.
kissy face?
No, I was out in high school, and
Did
that
you-
was in the 70s.
That
Wow,
is
you were so
incredible.
I was out 1973. I was like, gay.
Really?
Oh, yeah, I did
I was
not.
-1 then.
You sure? Shut up! You were a sperm and an egg. I did. I came out when I was very, very young, and
That's
I
amazing.
didn't make an announcement on the loudspeaker. There is a chess club meeting at the end of the day, and I'm a homosexual. No, I came out to myself, which I think is the first step, and a few friends, and and some family members. But no, I was. My sister had gay friends, and I loved my sister, and I looked up to her. She's the reason why I got into the theater. My sister Marion, who I love, and I knew because she had gay friends that I thought, I think it's okay. I thank God for her. My mother was like, they're worse than murderers and drug addicts. She would say stuff like that to me. Oh yeah, great.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but I never, even my mother saying that to me, and I got bullied and stuff, but I never, please, everyone has their bullying stories. Boo-hoo. I'm so friggin' sick of it. I was bullied in the 70s, but no one hit me. I would like do impressions. I'd be like,
you know what? I will say that we have far more victims in our culture right now than we've ever.
Why? With people coming out all over the place, especially young gay teens. I know that there's overweight teens and nerdy teens, and there's many different reasons for insecurity. But with the gay teens, it's like, come on, toughen up. Look on the internet. There are so many gay people coming out, and John Travolta and Tom Cruise they're right around the corner. It's gonna happen, So I'm just like, it saddens me, but it angers me. I want to shake them
Because of what you went
because
through.
in the 70s, they tried to come at me physically, and I was like, I'd be like, dude, Katharine Hepburn. I'd be like, you boys are ridiculous, and then I'd run, and they'd be left there like, what the hell is he talking about? But there's more suicides now today, and I find it. I don't understand it. But they say, what your parents say too.
I don't know. I'm actually not familiar with the actual statistics on suicide, but I will say that they're covered more, that our media is far more expansive and extensive. And so what happens is if only, 3 teen suicides happen, they become the biggest headlines worldwide because of the internet and CNN, et cetera.
I don't know. I don't know what it all means. I find it strange. But anyway.
What about... Getting back to you and your husband,
what?
Do you feel like the fact that he has had sex with women Is he...
That he one-ups me?
No. Is there more of a foundation for jealousy?
No.
From your side of things?
Not at all.
Because you worry about that
No,
ever?
he's had sex with women years ago, not now. I mean, and if he... look,
holiday party, drinking's going on.
Well,
you're looking for some...
I'd rather him have sex
dopamine. Dopamine for your seasonal affective disorder.
Right.
Could it happen ever? Maybe.
Well, if
Your husband and a woman.
I'd rather walk in with him.
Would you be all right with that?
I'd be more all right with him with the woman than a guy. Yeah,
But
Isn't
you
that
wouldn't
strange?
be all right. No, I don't think it's strange.
No, I don't want to know. Look, you just don't want to know about these things. I'm like an old Italian woman. I'm like, whatever. I don't know what he's doing.
If you didn't know, you'd be all right with it.
I don't want to know. Who the hell wants to know that stuff?
You
What am I
don't
supposed to do with that information?
I think people wanna know.
Look,
Okay.
I love him.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. I love him. We've been together for over 20 years.
Wow.
Having sex with someone else is not going to break up the an emotional relationship would. But you're going to get angry, but you get over it. People break up over. I think there are levels to it. I just do. I know men and women are very different, and that's why it doesn't always work out.
And I agree. I think that plenty of relationships can heal after an infidelity, and sometimes it can bring them closer because an affair is usually a symptom of a problem. It's not the problem.
Yeah, and you look, if they fall in love with someone else, they have an emotional affair and a sexual affair. That's a different thing. But if it's just sex and love there's a big difference, I believe.
For men.
But there really is. I'm glad that but they're in there somewhat. Look at Monique, the comedian. She's married to a man, and they have a very open relationship. She's like a gay man. It's unbelievable.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's it depends. But anyway, all right. So the Christmas party thing. So let's talk about this thing. More because I want to. It happens a lot in December.
Yeah, people sort of lose their inhibitions. They lose their boundaries. They add a little alcohol and all the little, I call it the parallel universe that's been going on at the office, the little fantasies and flirtations, they come alive at these office parties.
Wow.
All right. Can I ask her one more thing? This global
44% of men admitted they had an affair with a coworker at a holiday party.
They admitted it, not to their wives.
The weird thing about that stat, it said at the party. I mean, like, are they all in the coat check with doing it? I don't
Sure.
understand
If they're drunk, they'll go anywhere. They'll go. Yeah. They'll go under the bar. They'll go in the trap door in the basement.
Yeah. And I also think that plenty of times it's just sort of like a bunch of kissy faced and messing around at the party, and then they have to see the person at the office the next day, and everybody feels totally embarrassed.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of that goes on.
Yeah, well, people, there's probably a lot of making out instead of full-blown sex.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, Wendy, it was great having you on the show.
I love to talk to you guys, but
I wish we could do more.
I wanted to say one more thing because everyone's traveling. John, remember the last time I was there and I had that very funny WeVibe vibrator?
Yes.
Okay. Did you know that their survey shows that 54% of women, and I think this is really high, are comfortable taking it on an airplane. Now, I have to tell you a funny story because it's not phallic. It does not look like a penis. It's that U-shaped thing, right? And some of them are pink and purple. So I know someone who actually took it through it was in her carry-on and took it through security. And of course, they could see that it was electronic, so they took it out.
Oh, God.
The security guys were playing around with it, trying to figure out what it was.
Well, I'm sure they never figured it out. Wendy,
the WeVibe 4.
We have to go. I'm so sorry. They're telling me we have to go to break. But
Love it.
I'm going to pick up that sex toy, and I'll go to security, and I'll teach them all. Wendy, thank you for being here. Dr. Wendy Walsh will be right back right after this.
The Artie Lange Show, weeknights on Audience, only on DirecTV.